Ispani.
I stand up, I get up, akili moya shona kona. Nakubuluza shoguluza kukasa, come on be a go getter. Ashona kona, ashona kona, ashona kona, ashona kona, stay focused. Opportunities, you gotta grab this, you gotta fight with skills.
It's showtime and it's enhlala ngisebenzini haw ngase sonke isikhathi sewash awhlala ngisesibonini haw ngase sonke isikhathi sewash shama hustlers, don't get it confused. Asikhulumi ke ngeJewelry kodwa sikhuluma nge-industrial engineering. Uyabona, hence the clock. You see, this year kulo nyaka omusha we make everything bigger. Uyabona, ithi ngasamoshi isikhathi ngithi isikhathi sohlelo elithanda kakhulu, ihlelo eliletha nina intsha endaweni yomsebenzi. Shoma hustlers, asenze kanje siqale sibulisa abantu abasemakhaya ngithi sabona gogo, sabona mkhulu, nani bomuntuza, and a big salute to all my hustlers. Namuhla ke siphethe uSanera Maharaj, intokazi eseThekwini, ithi yona ke ishaya industrial engineering. Kutop sakhe abantu basale bakhuluma babuza imibuzo ukuthi how can we make manufacturing systems more efficient and effective? Ngesikhuwa siwe mina nginazi impendulo akehlangana nentokazi ithi ukusichazela kabanzi ukuthi le career it's all about what. Mina bayabuza ukuthi when are we going to live the golden life? Mina ngithi I'm living it right now. Name Sanera Maharaj. Age 22. Education matric. Special qualification National Diploma Industrial Engineering at DUT. Former work experience part-time bookkeeping while studying.
My name is Sanera Maharaj. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Overport in Durban. Growing up, I was the youngest of 3 daughters, and I have 2 amazing role models to look up to. My one sister has her own accounting business, and my other sister is a doctor. So within their own fields, they're always striving to be the best and excelling, and that motivates me and inspires me every day. In my primary school years, I was always attracted to maths and science, and quite the nerd with always my head in the books. In high school, when it came to applying to university, I knew that maths and science were my strong points, so that was the way I needed to go.
Growing up with Sanera, she was always a very goal-driven individual. She excelled at academics. She was always a curious mind, and she always loved problem solving. She would always be doing a puzzle and looking at things, how to make them better, how did they get there. So it was very good that she chose that course because it was perfect for her.
I like to see every problem that comes my way as a challenge and something that can be overcome and something you can use as a stepping stone to something better. So engineering really appealed to me, and specifically industrial engineering because it looks at problem solving, analyzing a situation and finding a way to make it better. And that's something I'm very passionate about.
When she decided she was going to do industrial engineer, I was a bit confused because I actually didn't know what it was until she gave me a rundown of the course and what it entailed. I obviously assumed she will choose accounting as I did and hoped she would one day join the accounting field and maybe became a partner in my business. But she had other ideas and she decided on industrial engineering.
I fell in love with industrial engineering when I first heard about it through my guidance counselor at high school. And what I discovered is I definitely knew I wanted to study engineering. It was just a choice of which one. And when I discovered industrial engineering, I also had never heard of it before. So I did more research about it, and I actually spoke to someone who had graduated as an industrial engineer. And she really inspired me to say, go for it. And once I started studying it, all the courses that I did, I was thoroughly passionate about, especially with my lecturers being passionate themselves about making a difference and improving. Right now, I finished all my academic studies in industrial engineering, and what I'm looking to do is apply what I know and look at the practical aspect of industrial engineering. So having all that theory into place, it would be an amazing opportunity to now apply it and see how it works in industry. And for me, getting the job at Behr would mean the world to me because it will be an opportunity for me to showcase everything that I've learned and to apply all the knowledge I have thus far in industrial engineering.
Tomorrow she's going to Behr for an interview, and I'd like to wish her luck, but I know that she's such a confident individual that they will be blown over by her personality and her skills, and I know she'd get the job.
Having a niece that's only 11 months, I want to be a good role model for her and to show her that girls can do anything they put their minds to, especially in the field of engineering because it's so male-dominated. I want to show her that girls can do anything. There's women making strides in that field itself.
Mr. Everett, njengayibhethila le wash bafethu, ayikho into ejabulisayo ukubona intokazi ezaziyo nokuthi iyazi ukuthi kumele yenzeni ukuze ichaza abantu. Kodwa bafethu njengoba sazi engineering omunye umsebenzi odida abantu abaphuma ngaphandle noma abangazi umayelana nani. Ingakho ke ngicabanga ukuthi sayidinga ke i-career coach yethu ethi ukusichazela ukuthi kahle kahle lo msebenzi usebenza kanjani, kukhulunywa ngani makukhulunywa nge-industrial engineering. So i-career coach yethu izoyisika le ndaba, iqobe le ndaba ngithi waqoba awuthi ngenze kanje ngidonsa zonke intambo ngizithumele kuwena ngithi in 1 2 3 you're on.
Wow, Mac, with that clock, dude, you can never miss time. Guys, today we'll be talking about such an exciting field called industrial engineering. I know, even I, industrial engineering king, but it's such a fascinating part of the whole engineering field. Industrial engineers, what they do, they design systems, they produce goods. So, how do I check out the manufacturing? Around us, it was ultimately manufactured. From the taxi di tire tsa di taxi, di tulo, dijo, di tin stuff. Ntho le nngwe ga go wa checker e o e sebedisang from le toothpaste batho ba dilo tse kaofela di manufacturile ke batho empa ha da etswa ke batho fela ha ba di bopa ka matsogo a bona ba di bopila ba sebedisa eng metšhini. So mosebetsi wa industrial engineer go go etsa gore batho bao le metšhini eo di kgona go sebedisana mmogo. Batho bao ba sebedisa metšhini eo ka tsela e tshwanetsweng ka nako e tshwanetsweng, and hape metšhini eo le yona e sebediswa ka nako ya tshwanelo, ha e gore it's been overused or underused. Hape le batho ba e sebedisa ka tshwanelo, and le hape le bona ha ba tholi, they're not getting strained or overworked. So basically they look into all those components, and again saving the company money is the big one.
Industrial engineers, technologists, kanye technicians, ngibona bamvu bafundzele umsebenzi lobaluleke kakhulu uma sikhuluma ngemikhiqizo wetinvo. Bantfu, imishina, timpahla tsite, imilayeto etsite, kanye nemandla kwenta umkhiqizo tsite noma kuniketa tinsita. Konke lokho ke kuluhlobo lelihlanganisa inkampani nemagoli alo. Lokufaka ekhatsi kusebenziseka kahle kwetimali kanye nalowo mkhiqizo lokhethiwe kuya ngekuthi usebenza kanjani. Kwenda lokhu baye babuke tindlela tekukhulisa sibalo semkhiqizo ngekumanage ukuthi bantfu tindlela tekusebenta kwaleyo business kanye netechnology. Lona msebenzi ngumsebenzi longawubuka ngetindlela letintsatfu. Njenganjiniyela lofundzele, njenganjiniyela wete-technology kanye njenganjiniyela wetebu-technician. Industrial engineers lasebenta etinkampanini letinkulu asebenta abe manyenti ngekubambisana. Linyenti labo bafundzele emanyuvesi noma emanyuvesi abo-technical labalungele kusebenta ngemishina kwangeta emakhonweni abo lokwenta tincumo letibalulekile kutebhizinisi. Uma-ke unengcombo lekhaliphile futhi ungafuni kuphuma melula esimeni lesibi, ungalunga kabi kulo msebenzi. Utawuphindze futhi udzingeke ukuthi ube ngilowati kuhlelembisa kahle tinvo, phindze wati i-maths ne-science. Ube nemiphumela lemihle ya-matric esingesini. Uma-ke wengete tifundvo temnotfo kanye ne-science yangcomvomshina, ungakhona kutfola kungena melula enyuvesi noma e-FET. Linyenti lalababonjiniyela batfolakala la kusetshentwa ngetimoto netindiza khona, nakuletinye-ke tinkampani lapho kwakhiwa khona tinvo etinhlangothini letahlukahlukene. Bunyenti kakhulu-ke buhle kulo msebenzi lobuhlangene neliholo lema-industrial engineers. Ungakhona futhi kukhula sewungekhathi kanye nekutithuthukisa. kanti-ke labanyenti bayakhona kugcina sebanetikhundla lokuyaye kuye ngekutiphatsa kwakho ukwati kubuka tintfo phindze ukwati kucatulula tinkinga.
Ngithi zonke izinto sezandleni zikaSanera ukuthi azitholele isikhundla kule nkampani enkulu eyaziwa wonke emhlaba jikelele iBehr Group of Manufacturers. Uma ke angayenza kahle lo msebenzi ngiyakutshela ukuthi ikusasa lakhe ligqamile njengale wash engiligqokile. Uma engabheda uzolahlekelwa yithuba lokuthi athole ipractical experience ayidingayo. Impendulo sozithola emva kwekhefu. Babukeli, ngiyathanda. Lento lena akusinina. Imina. Sizodinga ukuthi nje sithathe i-break. No, ungakhali. I'm not breaking up with you. I'm just taking a break.
Ispani, 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 Ispani.
Maharaj like sunny hope. Ha. Ungalahli ithemba ngithi mafuna ukufeza wonke amaphupha akho ngakhohlwa ukuthi umdalo wakho lento nayo tsothi eyakho khulu ucabange ngekusasa lakho. Shoba hustlers umuntu esaba naye uSanera Maharaj yena intokazi ke ecabanga ngekusasa lakhe njengoba ke afuna ukungena ku-industrial engineering. Ulapha umatasatasa lapha eBehr South Africa eThekwini njengoba ke azama ukwenza ke i-production line yabo ukuthi ibe lula isheshe phinde futhi bagcinele imali iphinde futhi iphephe bafethu. Sobele manje ahlanganise i-engineering yakhe athathe ne-IT athathe futhi nekhono lakhe lokubheka inkinga aphinde futhi aze nezinkazululo zakhona. Ake sihlangane naye njengoba ke azohlangana nama-mentor wakhe sibone ukuthi intokazi izohamba kanjani ngoba ngithi the time is now to make it or break it.
Hi guys, I'm here today at Behr South Africa. I'm really excited but also really nervous. I'm here to find out more about the practical side of industrial engineering because I know my theory. So come with me and let's find out what it's about. Good morning.
Hi, welcome to Behr South Africa.
My name is Sanera Maharaj.
Hello, Sanera.
I'm here to see Jolene.
Jolene van Heerden. Let me see where she is. Hold on one sec. Hi, Joe. I've got Sanera here to see you. No problem. I'll send her up. Thank you. Right. You'd like to go through the doors, up the stairs. At the top of the stairs, turn left, and Jolene will meet you up there.
All right, thank you.
Pleasure. Come in.
Hi.
Hi, Sanera. Hi, welcome. My name is Jolene van Heerden and I'm the Communications Manager at Behr South Africa. Please take a seat.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
As I mentioned, it's Behr South Africa. I'd like to ask you the question, do you know what Behr South Africa does?
I know that they're part of the automotive industry, but exactly what you make here, I don't know.
Spot on. We are actually a specialist in component manufacturing of air conditioning and engine cooling products for passenger and commercial vehicles. So as you can see, it's an automotive industry, and of course we're looking at industrial engineering. So tell me, what is the difference between mechanical and industrial engineering?
With the mechanical engineering, you're actually looking at the design or invention of a product.
Yes.
And where industrial engineering comes in is you look at the manufacture of that product and look at improving it and optimizing the process to manufacture a quality product in a good amount of time and saving costs.
Great. So what are you wanting to get out of working at Behr for industrial engineering? What in your mind do you see as industrial engineering at Behr?
I think Behr is the perfect place to understand and learn about industrial engineering, specifically because it's the automotive industry, and that is where industrial engineering originated.
Okay.
So it will be a great learning experience because of the variety within the manufacturing industry.
So just tell me a bit about yourself, just you as Sanera, who you are as a person.
I'm the youngest of 3 daughters.
Okay.
I have 2 older sisters that I look up to for support and guidance. Some of my hobbies are reading and writing. I also have taken up jogging recently.
Okay.
And I thoroughly enjoy problem solving, which I think also helps in terms of industrial engineering, because you've got to enjoy solving a problem and finding and analyzing something and find a way to make it better.
Good. And how do you feel about working in a team? Because, you know, you've got one industrial engineer, but it's about selling your concepts. So what is your feeling about if I say to you, you have to work in a team and you've got to convince these people about your ideas?
Yes, that's always a challenge because you can have the best idea in your mind, but in order to get other people to understand your concept, that's working in a team is important, and taking into account other people's opinions is also important. So it's quite a challenge to sell your idea to someone else.
Yes. And what's going to happen today is you're actually going to be taken through 3 tasks at Behr to showcase how actually industrial engineering is in practical. Because I'm sure you agree you've done the course, you understand now the theory, but now it's to actually put it in practice. So the first step that we're going to take you through is actually to look at a product or on the system in the shop floor. And I'm going to ask you, Euclid, your mentor, is going to ask you to identify things that need to be improved upon. So would you agree that's the first step in terms of industrial engineering? And then your second step would be that you would need to say, what are your recommendations? How do I change things that are with the current process? And then your third step, we mentioned presentation skills and working with a team. You're going to have to present your ideas to management and convince them to say, these are my changes and why we need to make those changes. Are you up to the challenge?
Yeah, it sounds like a great challenge.
Great, wonderful. Well, I'm going to now pass you on to Euclid, and he's going to take you through to your tasks.
All right.
But just one note, please be aware that this is an industrial area, so you must be aware of safety regulations, which he will give you all that information.
Okay, thank you
Good
so
luck,
much.
and I'll see you later.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
bye.
I've just come out of the interview and it was very nerve-wracking, but Jolene did a good job of making me feel comfortable. She explained to me the 3 tasks and I'm really excited to get started with them. So let's start.
Sanera presented herself very well. I am so impressed. You know, the way she is so calm, the way Anna Wele boss haikateng, she is so self-assured, and what's about her king I batlang bupilom bahai. Ntongwe elo gore tlamile o ele tlhoko ko gore ha o ya interview o tlamile o etse research ka company o yang ko yone gobane gona le mo ba motsiseng gore ke eng se a se banka ha company hai azang a gone go tlhalosa ka botlalo mara o zamile empa next time just watch out e ya ko website ya bona find out gore di clients tsa bone ke bomang, how long have they been in the industry, and you know what is their mission and vision statement, and lo ena hape o zame go to align that mission and vision with your own mission and vision about your career. So if you can take those 2 things and match them, that will take you far.
Sure, hustlers, umasibuya emva kwekhefu sothi kuyicwaninga kahle le production line yalapha kule nkampani ayisebenzelayo noSanera khona azobheka ukuthi eziphi inkinga ezikhona nokuthi angazilungisa kanjani le ntokazi epheleni kwelanga ifuna ukuthola seyithole umsebenzi khona izoyenza impilo yayo ibe ngcono. Mina ngamhlanje my hustlers ningathi ngiyaphapha ngibizela uDJ Clock shayile esithi mama ngicela ushiye isikhiye next door sobuya ngomso kahle kahle ngifuna ukuthi ngizobuya after intengiso hlala nathi.
Ispani, 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 Ispani.
Shake up the world, that is what I'm about to do. Homie, you don't even know my altitude. Positivity is my attitude. That's why I surround myself with positive people. Njengentokazi esabanayo namhlanje uSanera Maharaj, intokazi efuna ukushaya industrial engineering bafethu. Umatasatasa laphana eBehr group of manufacturers. Njengoba ke azama ukugcinela imali nesikhathi. Kodwa intokazi kunama challenges emele iwenze ngaphambi ukuthi izithole isendleleni yayo yokuthola impumelelo. Mangabuza mina ukuthi ikuphi le ntombazane zokutshela ukuthi ukota 2 success.
Hello, Sanera.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Euclid. I'm an industrial engineer here, and I'll be your mentor for today. Behind us is our production facility, and before you walk in there, safety is a very, very important thing, and it all depends on you. You're responsible for your own safety. For that reason, I am going to hand you 3 things. The first thing is your earplugs, which you should have on at all times, and I'm also going to hand over the safety shoes, which you should wear because there's a lot of heavy things in there which might fall on you.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. Industrial engineering is all about having the perfect eye, being able to observe and deduct what the problems are and find out ways to improve things. We have designed a small work cell for you, specifically for you. I'll show you 1 or 2 examples and I'll need you to take over from them. For that, I'm going to hand over this notebook. This is where you'll be taking your notes and a pen, as well as a camera. You can use that to shoot videos and pictures. It's good because later on when you sit down in front of your PC, you are able to take a look again and make sure that everything that you observed is on your notebook. Your task will be to observe a work cell. What a work cell is the smallest component of a production facility where a sub-assembly of a component or a big thing is made. Now your task will be to observe that and identify all sorts of problems. For example, you could find that one of the tools is at a wrong place. The operator might have to walk too far to get that to make something, and that is waste of time. We want him to be more productive, so we want you to help us identify all of the problems to help him work more efficiently, to produce more products in the shortest space of time with minimum stress on his body. Do you think you can help us do that?
Definitely.
All right, let's go for it. Now, Sanera, this is a charged air cooler building line, right? A charged air cooler is a component which one uses to cool down the air that is turbocharged in a vehicle. So here we build a core for that particular component, right? So I'll take you through the process as Shiraz goes through with the building process. Yeah. Shiraz, you can start. So Shiraz collects what we call side casings and headers, right? He then walks over and puts them on his work table. And then afterwards, he goes and collects a jig, right? A jig is a component which we use when we put it in the furnace for brazing. He now puts the 2 side plates on the machine. And then after that, he is going to come and collect tubes, right? Which he will now go and put inside the machine. Okay, now Sanera, it's now over to you. Go ahead and do your work.
Okay, thank you.
Task 1, observing a work cell, and we'll be looking at analytical skills, attention to detail, and listening skills.
I know an important thing Euclid mentioned is the movement. I know he's moving too much, and that in terms of industrial engineering is not good. It takes him far longer to make this component because it's fetching material from so far away. Let me write that down. The operator is bending down. That's also not good for ergonomics. If he's continuously bending down, he could hurt his back. Let me get some pictures to capture this process. There's also not enough light where he's working, which could make it difficult for him to see exactly what he's doing. Euclid, how long does it normally take to build one of these?
Normally, it takes the person about 4 to 5 minutes, and we believe that that is a very, very long time. Yeah, we believe that it should be taken down to a minimum of around 2.5 minutes.
I think it's possible to do that.
You think so?
Yes.
I'll be very happy to hear all of your ideas.
Okay, I'm just going to start off by telling you what I've observed. Okay. I noticed the first thing in terms of ergonomics and his movement, there was way too much movement. He was collecting material from one end of the workplace, leaving it on the table, fetching material from another end of the workplace. And that, I thought, was unnecessary movement, and that's slowing him down.
Right, so I think you've spotted quite a number of things. just a little bit of feedback from my side as well. I gave you a camera. Did you manage to pick up anything on it?
Yes, I
Yes?
took some videos, took one video and some pictures of what was going on.
Perfect. I noticed also that when you're shooting videos, you spend some time behind the operator. You need to go in front of him and actually shoot what he is working on so that you can get more detail. I had a bit of a feeling that you might be getting the back side of him, which might not give you enough detail. So we'll go through your video and we'll see if you have taken some important information, if you can deduce something important out of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Overall, I think you've done very well. You listened to everything that I told you. You remember the components. You paid attention to detail. The lighting, for example, the rack for defects. That's very, very important. And your analytical skills, basically, you managed to break down the whole work cell and just tell me what was happening and so on. So I think you've done great. Good job.
Thank you.
So we've just finished our first task with Sanera. I personally think that she did absolutely great. She managed to do everything that we asked her to do. She spotted quite a number of very difficult things that even someone who has been working in the industry much longer wouldn't have spotted. For example, the lighting. That's very hard because normally the operator works and it's 100%, but you don't actually take care of the fact that there isn't enough lighting.
Sanera did very well in this task, and o yentse sengwe le sengwe se le gore mentor ya hae o mmontshitse sona. O ne a mamela and ha fetsa a botsise dipotso ke selo se se nkgatlhileng ka yena gore she could ask question gore a bene le clarity gore ke eng se le gore a tlamele a se etse, ke eng se le gore a tlamele gore a ska se etsa. And hape ntho e nkgatlhileng ka yena go gore mentor wa hae o mo file like a notepad and a camera gore a kgone go gather data ya hae, and o di sebedisitse kaofela dilo tseo. So ka nnete o sebedise ka tsela tshwanela ene le mentor ya hae e ne e thabile haholo, le nna ke thabile.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The time is now. Shamba hustlers, ngikhuluma ngobani mangakhulumi nge-superstar yethu uSanera Maharaj. Intokazi efuna ukushaya industrial engineering. Imatasatasa laphana iyasebenza. Ayimoshi isikhathi, ayimoshi ithuba abamnikeze lona abantu abalaphana eBehr SA. Le nkampani ke imnikeza ithuba lokuthi akhiphe ikhono ashaya adume ngazo. Kuze kube manje akekho umuntu okhuluma okubi ngaye. Ngisho yena imentor yakhe nayo ke i-career coach ethi yala ekhaya. Kodwa manje it's crunch time. Sokumele faka umfutho. Mekafuna ukuthola leyo msebenzi ngithi pressure pusher phanda kuze ahambe ayoshaya la work cell design. Ake sibone ukuthi intokazi izosipana kanjani.
So Sanera, now we're done with the first task. You've identified all of the problems that are on the line. We've spoken about it. Now what I would like you to do is to now take that information and design a new work center which you think will work much better.
Okay.
Right? I want you to be as creative as possible. Take a conventional process that someone has designed and look at it in a different way and come up with ways of making it better. And the third thing is your problem-solving skills. Everything that we spoke about was a problem and it needs to be solved. If it's left like that, unfortunately, it doesn't do us any good. It needs to be solved. So if you now look at the computer, we normally keep pictures or basically 3D models of all equipment that we have in the shop floor. So this is done and this is how it's set up currently. All you have to do here is to rearrange stuff, and you're more than welcome to present new things. If you think there should be an extra rack, an extra cage for safety, just present it, right? So basically what you're gonna have to do here is just to move things around. To do that, to design a work center or a work cell, there's a whole lot of software that can be used. Are you familiar with Google Sketcher?
I am. I have used it before.
Brilliant, because that is exactly what we have used right here. So can you do this?
I think so.
Well, let's get down to it.
Okay.
Task 2, designing a new work cell, and we'll be looking at speed innovation, and problem-solving skills?
First off, from the problems I identified, we need to reduce the amount of movement. So I think this rack is not going to be needed. Possibly moving the core builder to this end here, closer to the fins.
Okay.
That would be a good plan. So based on the components in the library, let's see what I can use. This table will be useful. Just move it to this end here. So the operator can just fetch the fins as they come off this machine.
Okay.
And he can fetch them from that table.
100%.
This needs to move closer to here.
All right.
So let's move that.
That addresses which aspect?
That aspect will reduce the amount of movement.
The amount of movement. Perfect.
And from your library, another racking system can be used. We could probably use this one.
Okay.
So once that has been moved there, the area for his finished goods can be placed behind him.
Okay.
So it's easier for him, once he's built it, to turn around and drop it off there.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
And it makes sense for the flow and movement of material.
All right.
And that's my new layout.
Okay, brilliant. Things look so much better. I'm sure we'll save a lot of time on that. I think what we'll do from now, we'll just maybe do a little bit of a PowerPoint presentation, just clean this up, just align it very well and make it look good enough for presentation, because that's very important, which will be our next task, right? Yeah. We have just finished the second task with Sanera. She did absolutely great. She seemed to follow all of the rules, all of the instructions that were given to her. She used the library so well. She managed to move things around. It was a bit tricky with the software, but she was pretty comfortable. Basically, it takes some getting used to. You may use software when you're studying once or twice for a project, but once you get into the actual job and you play around with it much more, it gets better. In general, I'd say she did absolutely great.
Sanera did very well in this task, and I mean, into e leng gore e mo beile at even a better advantage go gore na sa thome go sebedisa software ena ba ibitsang Google Sketcher, you know, to change the work center around. And into ngwe mo ha e tlamile we ele hloko go gore this, you know, work center problem e ba mo etseditseng yona, you know, it's sort of a mock-up ba e createile gore ba khone go bona bokgoni ba hae gore bokae. However, in the real world or ko mosebetsing wa nnete, you know, o ka se khone go change work center in a matter of minutes or in a day. So it really takes time. But for this task in particular, she did very well. You know, she was so spot on. Na tseba gore keng e batlagalang, keng e sa batlagaleng. Why? And into ena nkhatla ka ene gore na khona go hlalosa gore ntho ena re ya e move hobaneng, ena tlamile e dule mola hobaneng. So ke motho o e bontshang gore she's indeed solution driven.
Yo! Hayi bafethu Ispani. Kahle ngifuna ukuthi yo isikhathi esishubile for intokazi ethi esebenza ngomcabango, ngoba ngizomela ithathe zonke izinto ezibonile lapha no production line iyozama ke ukuyodweba a new workstation plan bafethu. So bona ukuthi uzosebenza kanjani emva kwekhefu. Intokazi izomela yenze lokha nalokho. Ay man, time out. I can't take it no more. But I can definitely take a break.
So, Sanera, are you still enjoying yourself around here?
Yes,
Okay, great. Are you now ready for your next task?
I think I'm ready.
Great. Now we've just finished doing our preparing for our presentation. This is where we'll be presenting it. So basically your task 3 will be just to stand here and present the idea, your proposition, right? I will go through the presentation first. I'll present to them and then I'll hand over to you. And you will take over and try to present what you've come up with. Are you happy with that? Great. So just for some tips about presenting, you have to be loud enough such that everybody in the room can hear you. The second thing is you have to keep your eye contact with everybody in the room. Right now, more than likely, you will feel so comfortable with me, you might end up presenting to me only. You might get tempted to just look at me. You need to look at everyone, right? Make everybody feel included in your presentation. Your posture, when you stand, you need to stand in a certain manner. You can't stand, for example, like this, as if you're posing for a picture. You have to stand in a way that is convincing. So when you speak, you have to use gestures as well. You have to point at what you're speaking about. You will be using this. The way this works is you just open your presentation and you can use it at any time to point whatever you're looking at. You can change colors here if you want. And you can draw lines wherever you are. Are you happy? Do you think you can do that? Yes. Great. Oh, looks like everyone is here. Let me introduce you. Sanera, I think this is Jolene. You already met her?
Yes.
Hello.
That's Kevin.
Hi.
This is Maharaj,
Hi. Nice to meet you.
the manager of the engineering department. And that's Martin Joshko.
Hi.
The current layout was set up in such a way that the material flow will be distracted a little bit. There will be too much walking distance and lots of waiting time. There was no light placed, for example, on top of, on the core building side. I am now going to hand over to Sanera to present the rest.
Task 3, presentation, will be looking at presentation skills, articulation, and assertiveness.
Thank you, Euclid. In terms of ergonomics, the reason why ergonomics is so important in a work environment is because you want to ensure that your worker is comfortable in what they're doing, and they also don't want to be too physically exerted. So you don't want to have them making too many movements, bending down. That could hurt them and, of course, affect their productivity and performance. So ergonomics looks at optimizing your working conditions, and you want to design your workplace to suit the human being because they are the ones that are working in that environment. You also want to reduce physical stress and, most importantly, increase the worker safety. The proposed layout. What I propose we do is restructure the layout in such a way that the worker is close to the materials so he doesn't have to firstly walk too far. So as you can see here, material 1 is within reach of the worker. Material 2 is also within reach. And 3 and 4 are easily placed above him, so his left hand and right hand can easily grab the components and build what he needs to build, and thereafter drop it off in finished goods, which is not a very far walking distance. We have the jigs he can collect from here directly behind him, so he's not reaching too far, and there's also no bending involved in this activity here. So in conclusion, I think the proposed layout will firstly be ergonomic. It will include 5S, which means an allocated area for defects, so your work area is clear. It will reduce the amount of wasting time for the operator to go and fetch a component. And lastly, be more efficient so that the machines are running while the operator is able to keep up with the machine while it's running. Thank you very much for your time today.
Sorry, I have a question. What is the time saving?
In comparison to the current layout, it takes, I think, 4 minutes to build one core, and with the proposed layout, with the reduction of movements, it should take about 2 minutes, so it's a 2-minute saving on that.
Okay.
I think one suggestion from my side is that next time when you do present something like this is maybe just show a table of the timing before and the result thereafter, so that the people that you're presenting to can get a better understanding of what the actual savings are. Other than that, very well done. And in the study that you were doing, did you consult with the operators?
I actually observed him working, but something I didn't do and I should have done was ask him how does he feel about his work still being improved because he's the one actually working there.
Okay.
So, any more questions? All right. I am very, very, very impressed. She did absolutely well. The people who sat in here were actually top managers, and she was not intimidated, even just a little bit. She handled the questions very well. All of the presentation skills that we taught her, she did everything absolutely well. I think she definitely has a place in this career.
For task 1, we'll be looking at analytical skills, attention to detail, and listening skills. Analytical skills, I have to say, I'll give an excellent. She was very excellent, especially when I identify, you know, there was no proper lighting, like the lighting, the way the lighting was not enough. And for attention to details, I'll give her a good, you know, even though I make the use of the environment. And maybe as solutions are high. And for listening skills, I'll definitely give an excellent. She definitely followed everything that the mentor said. You know, little tse amo fileng tsona gore a gone go gather data kaofela o di entse o nkile dinepe a ba a ngola le data ya hae mo pampiring. Task 2 will be looking at speed, innovation, problem-solving skills. Ka speedy, I can give her good. You know, o kgonne go sebetsa ka potlako le go fetsa, you know, mosebetsi o na tlamehile a o etse. And when it comes to innovation, I'll definitely give her a good gobane o kgonne go sebedisa the system e le gore na tlamehile ba a sebedise go kgona go design a new work center, and she did that very well. And problem-solving skills, definitely good. You know, o kgonne go tlhalosa gore go baneng a tlamehile a move work center a be eng kae, and you know, her reasoning behind why she wanted to move all those things around. For task 3, we'll look at presentation skills, articulation, and assertiveness. And I will definitely give her an excellent. You know, she did a brilliant job. O kgonne go bua hantle and a sheba di visuals tsa high presentation ya hae hape a sheba le batho ba na buisana le bone, and a kgona o kgonne hape lo tlhalosa ka botlalo gore ke eng se a se entseng and go ba ding a se entse. And on khazisa hana, you know, even on her visuals na kgona go bontsha le ka di drawing, and that shows attention to details and very, very, very meticulous. So job well done, Sanera.
Mahaslas, athi ngiringenani bafethu. Uphapha ngiyapapa bafethu ngiyibird nginane impiko bafethu. Kodwa ngizonitshela from my own experience ayikho into ethusana ukuthi uhlangane nomuntu noba ubhekana nabantu ongabazi abaphethe ikusasa lakho ezandleni zabo, especially muqala njengentokazi yethu. Ake sibone ukuthi kahle kahle usebenzile wenzile konke angakwenza khona manje ngabe uyawuthola umsebenzi noma cha. Siyobona khona. Nangibheka ngathi ngiyayazi impendulo. Yini manje?
Welcome back. I hope that you had a great day. Maybe you can just give me some feedback as to how you experienced the day today.
Okay, starting with from the first of the 3 tasks, observing the production line, I thought was quite a challenge to understand everything in that amount of time and point out all the problems, but I think I did a good job with that. With the second task and designing the layout, I think I did a good job because I had worked with the software before, so that was helpful for me. And just in terms of redesigning it and making it more efficient, I think I did that well. And with the presentation as well, it was overwhelming to see everyone that came in and all those managers. But I think I did a good job in presenting and selling the idea and making them understand that this proposed layout will be more efficient.
And I can recommend exactly what you're saying. I think I've looked at Euclid's feedback and that you've really reached all the tasks in terms of analytical skills, problem solving. But my main thing is that I hope that you achieve from this day understanding what industrial engineering is in a practical sense. You know, you understand it from the theory, but actually dealing with it on the environment is so important. Would you agree?
Yes.
Now you've seen it in action. And you can also see the importance of trying to make skills or tasks available so that you are able to see, can I apply that? And for this kind of environment, automotive industry, we need industrial engineers, and it's very important that people do study it. Would you agree?
Definitely.
So I attended the task 3, and I just want to say from my side, you were excellent in terms of teamwork, the importance of getting everybody onto your side and convincing us to go through with what you had planned out for. So from a Behr South Africa point of view, I can say that we're very impressed, and we welcome you, and we hope that you will accept to do an in-service training here at Behr South Africa.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for this opportunity. I was really looking forward to landing in-service training at this company. So
Great.
thank you for offering that to me.
Wonderful. We look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys, it's been a long day, but the reward has been great. I've been offered in-service training, and that's a really amazing opportunity and what I was hoping for. So the 3 tasks I was given, I think I did it well, and I showed them that I have potential, and that's why I got offered this job. So it just shows that if you stay positive and work hard, you can achieve anything. So press up, push up, panda.
Obviously, ubana no. Besazi ukuthi hayi lento kazi ihustler mampela uzothola umsebenzi. Usebenza kanzima futhi she truly deserves it. And I see you there at home. You are itching. You want to do the same thing. Into ebelenza ukuthi uzivakashele lapha ku www.ispani.co.za uzothola imininingwane about ikhareka siphethe namhlanje namanye amaningi esuphathele wona khona lapha. Or you can do the most easiest thing that has been done by everybody. Let's meet on Facebook. Click on like on our page Ispani. Just say like and let's talk there. Let's encourage each other. This is not a show. This is an institution, guys. I sweated for my money, as you can see. Until next week, we'll be doing it again. Remember, guys, don't look down. Look up and stay up.
Stand up, I get up, mapelo moya shona kona. Ahubuluza shobuluza focus, come on, be a go-getter. Ashona kona, ashona kona, ashona kona, ashona kona, stay focused. Opportunities, you gotta grab this, you gotta fight with skills.
When you're deep, rest your feet, sunshine from my